Shabbat Shalom. In his book 1491, Charles Mann offers us a remarkable view of the world that existed before Columbus's ships reached these shores. He shows us how people had created vast empires, approximating that of Alexander the Great, with remarkable wealth, huge cities, and great art as well. In addition, Mann takes us on an exploration of the manner in which people related to the land. There were great successes, such as the burning of plains on a yearly basis to create a rich environment for farming. He shows us how the Amazon was divided and the land used in ways that far exceed anything that we've done in our age for the benefit of all. Man is unsparing as he also points to the failures of those people who lived on these lands before Columbus, of the misuse of land, of the abuse of the animal kingdom, and the horrific results that came as a result. It is of interest that man creates a world before we came to this country, and now those of us who live here today are also thinking about our relationship with nature. In this past week, an earthquake rocked the east coast of this country, followed by a terrible hurricane. While not as terrible as some had predicted, it has wreaked havoc on the east coast of this country. As I deliver these words, there are still thousands of people without electricity. Much of Vermont is flooded. What is our relationship with the land? These issues have been politicized, and there are candidates running for the presidency of this country who are questioning, in really quite cynical ways, the science of global warming. It's time for us to give serious consideration to how we are managing the creation. And it's a good time for us to ask, what does our tradition have to say about this? As it happens in this week's Torah portion of Shoftim, we find the following. When in your war against a city you have to besiege it for a long time in order to capture it, you must not destroy its trees, wielding the axe against them. You may eat of them, but you may not cut them down. Are trees of the field human to withdraw from you into the besieged city? The Torah cautions us to be careful in the way in which we relate to the natural world. Even at a time when most people would say that anything could be done to save a life, anything could be done to protect oneself in warfare, the Torah says no. You must be judicious in your relationship to nature. And more, the Torah sees the trees as akin to human beings. Can they run into the city? Can they protect themselves? We have to be conscious of the feelings and the rights of the natural order. Our rabbis created an entire category of Jewish law called Bal Tashchit, based upon these passages. Laws that tell us how to live with nature, how not to abuse nature, and how to dispose of things in proper, thoughtful ways. These lessons are applicable in our time. Friends, this week we started the month of Elul, a time for reflection and a time to think about tshuva. How we relate to the world is an issue that we would do well to consider. Tshuva was an option for those who preceded us on this land, and those who made tshuva, those who learned from their errors, continue to live in the land in harmony. Those who chose to ignore this issue, suffered the consequences. The choices are ours. Shabbat Shalom.